Hi guys, it's Omer from MMOs.com, and we'll be doing a Friday Grindfest video for Lineage 2, and I am joined with...
Altai?
Gumball.
Matt.
Matt, I have to point something out here for the start of the video. Can you stop ejaculating flowers for 1 second?
Just 1 second.
So inappropriate.
You want to see a magic trick, Gumby? Look at my character for a moment, alright?
I'm looking.
Alright, appreciate my character for a moment. I'm going to show you something amazing, alright? I am going to pull out a rose straight out of my butthole, alright? I'm waiting for a reply.
How appropriate for Valentine's Day.
You have to click yes or something. I'm waiting for a reply. I can't do it. It doesn't work. JK, we'll do it later. Anyway, we're all level 30-ish, and we're going to run a dungeon right now. I'm going to talk to good old Captain Lucas. And we are ready to enter the Kamakola. Why is it called the Kamakola? We'll find out.
Wait, do we even see what we're playing?
Yeah, we're playing Lineage 2.
Lineage 2.
Alright. Are we all teleporting?
Yeah.
I'm teleporting. So we did Lineage 1 some time ago. Time for Lineage 2.
Alright.
This should be a little smoother than Lineage 1.
A smidgen. A smidgen. So this is an old game. This came out back in 2003. Alright, are we fighting this Crimson
Holy shit,
thing?
I'm not doing any damage to it.
Wait, we're fighting it, but not doing damage to it.
No, we're doing damage.
We are.
Damage. Just slow.
What the? Alright, we'll see.
You know what's kind of funny about this game? How quickly we attack. Like, if you guys look at my character, I'm just going to ham on this thing.
Every character uses their special ability Seizure before it's starting meant to be attacked.
Like, just look at my guy go. I'm spazzing.
Did I just pull aggro, boys?
Yep.
Oh, looks like you did.
Doesn't matter. He does no damage. Oh, he does a little bit of damage actually. But the reason
Watch, this is the entire dungeon.
it might be the dungeon. We'll find out. The thing is though, like we do have these buffs. If you look at the top left, you talk to the NPC in town, you get a bunch of buffs. This is one of the games that really made the core gameplay much more quote-unquote streamlined and easy mode. So these buffs actually quadruple my damage, like triple my damage actually when I get them all. And they're insanely strong buffs that you get for free.
And it should be noted that when you choose an ability, it just repeats that ability over and over, unlike other games, until you choose a different ability.
I like it though. It's a spam. But that's not with every character though. I have to actually cast my spells one at a time. As a wizard.
Yeah, same here.
But yeah, with the character I had before, the wizard I had before, it would literally spam it every single time.
Holy shit.
Fuck, I died.
Oh my god! I get
I
Crimson
wasn't watching
Hatu.
my heals. I wasn't watching my heals.
Alright.
Guys,
Fuck.
you let the Crimson Hatu Situs kill you.
I'm gonna use my Vampiric Touch to heal off it. Nice. Alright, ready for that sick XP, boys?
You guys res me or no?
Did we all just level up from that guy?
No,
Oh,
because I
you
died.
mean level up twice? Yes.
Yeah, we level. Alright, I don't think I can res you. Hold on, let me look at my
Who
skills.
jacked my iron boots?
Yeah, I want those iron boots, yo.
Gumball Oni.
Alright,
Yeah,
I can't res you. I got a self heal. I have a heal too, but I didn't even see your HP go down.
Which one did you enter?
The level 33 one.
Should we
Alright,
leave
let's
and
see
go
if I
back?
end up where you are.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
here.
yeah.
You're here. Okay,
Oh,
so
nice, nice.
that might have been the dungeon, boys.
Let's go to the escape device.
Let's go to the next one, boys, in the escape device. Fira's
Wow.
ultimate.
That was it.
So-
Hey guys, we're so good.
I've said it before about different games that do this to make the beginning super easy mode. It feels like a private server, doesn't it?
It really does.
There's a difference though, right? What I like about private servers and what they do right is that they just make you grind, you level up. But this game, early on, it's just quest giver to quest giver to quest giver, which is okay. I mean, the first 40 levels, you're essentially your hand is held, and they don't really count. Your first 40 levels are nothing.
But
Basically.
I hate that. Listen, then why don't you do what every normal game does, like WoW, Star Wars, where you can just start at the current content level.
Yeah, I will use this as a kind of rebuttal though, Aaron, is that I don't think this game's level cap is what? It's extremely high, right? I actually don't know what it is.
No, it's nothing. There is no level cap.
There is no level cap, right? So there you go.
So I think they just want to get you on the endless treadmill as soon as possible.
Right.
Because there's no level cap, they can't just go here. You have the levels.
Well, I mean, no game gives you the level cap. But for example,
No, I mean-
85, I believe, is where the third skills or whatever it is.
No, I mean,
classes
people would
begin.
complain if they did that.
Really?
They just
I don't
gave you
think
straight
so.
to 85 because they have to
Well,
grind for every level, and it just keeps going endlessly. So there would be complaints.
As we have this conversation, let's try and move our characters
All right.
to something else.
It says this level 36 one that we should be able to enter if we're level 31. I don't know why we can't though.
What level are you? 30.
I'm 34. I mean, it's just within
We
plus or
all,
minus 5 levels.
I say we just do the exact same one again.
You can't. We can't.
Oh, we
Really?
can't.
What if I remake? Can we remake the party or something?
I just entered.
No, but it brings you back in. But there's no there's nobody in there. Nobody to kill.
So,
Oh.
wait.
Enter
We
level
gotta
36
Look
one if
for
you
a
can.
reset option. Look for a reset
Yeah.
option.
Yeah, it's not in there.
Or let someone else be the party leader, and then we make the party.
This is a daily dungeon. That's why. I guess maybe it's the same one, the same Hall of the Abyss. Let's try this one though. Let's try this one. Nope. You have entered another instance zone. Therefore, you cannot enter corresponding dungeon. Yeah, that's all we got from this guy, guys.
I was wondering in Lineage 2 Bloodlines why they had dungeons that were really boring, and now I see why, because they have dungeons that are really boring in this one.
All right, they have other
I
stuff
don't
too.
even know how
All
to call that a dungeon.
right, we
But
can't.
that guy seemed trapped in there, so I think it was a dungeon. We actually did him a favor.
That was a raid boss. That's what Lineage 2 calls a raid boss.
All right, I don't think there's any other dungeon for us right now. The rest of them seem level 90 or so.
Oh, that's it. We
Back-
beat
back to
Lineage.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. That's the end of this week's Grindfest Friday. We'll catch you next Tuesday.
All right, guys, follow me. I got a plan. We're going on an adventure. All right, we're going on an adventure.
Why don't you ask someone in chat or something?
No, we're going on an adventure. Follow me. Everybody, follow me. All right, we're gonna.
Very good. I'm gonna go do something else now while I follow.
No, we're gonna find the most difficult random enemy and kill him. Actually, we'll talk to NPC and bring us to like level 40 zone and see if we can kill those enemies. Luckily, every town has something called a gatekeeper. You can just kind of teleport around wherever you want. So getting around is no chore.
We pointed this out prior to the stream, but let's just say it again. These towns are very popular. I mean, there are people kind of AFK, but they are players.
Go to Kumo Tower. Kumo Tower.
Burma Tower.
That is
Burma.
that was the governor of New York, Kumo, right? We're going to his
Yeah.
tower. This is totally a dungeon. We're ready to go. JK, it's not a dungeon though. And for the entirety of this video and for the entirety of my character, I will not wear pants. Pants are for suckers. It's a level
Like
40
your
zone.
style. This reminds me of the ESO stream where I refused to wear a chest piece.
Ivory Tower. Oh, there's a guy here. Ivory Tower Wizard.
Where
Oh,
are
I
you?
have no buffs anymore
I still
I'm at
got
the-
mine.
because I died.
I'm at Krumo Tower.
Run down, go forward. There's only one way to go.
There's an NPC here. There's an NPC here.
What does he want?
He teleports us to dungeons, I think.
Fine, let's go talk to him. Yeah, he's gonna teleport us to a level 9 dungeon. We're gonna get our salads tossed.
Look, he teleports us places.
Fine. I'd like to go to the basement floor. Second floor?
Second basement floor.
Yeah, let's go second basement floor, boys. Oh man. This place
Okay,
looks pretty
a
badass.
wizard led us to his basement. All right, guys, we're gonna get peened in here.
He's not going to be a wizard for much longer. He's going to lose his magic powers.
Okay, I just gotta get out to this real quick because the settings I have on right now, this is blinding.
The
hold on.
brightness?
No, just in general. Like,
Alright, where'd we go in here though? This is like a giant. Let's go forward. Let's keep going forward. Can't go wrong by going forward.
Forward.
I should mention, I actually ran a private server for Lineage 2 quite a while ago. The game has changed tremendously over the years. I mean, back in the day, it was an arduous journey gaining experience and leveling up, which actually made the game's skill system. It really shined because the skill system in this game is a bit odd. You unlock certain skills as you level up, but you can like every time you kill an enemy, you get points, like skill points. But those SP points aren't like you don't get them every level. You get them every time you kill an enemy. So you would have to actually level up the skills you want rather than everything at once. Whereas now you get everything because you get so many skill points you can't even use them all. So they sped it up a lot. So this teleporter doesn't do anything.
You know what's funny in MMORPGs? It's not just this game. Like WoW does this. Every game does this. Why are these areas so massive? Like, look at this. No, humanity cannot build this today, let alone whenever this is.
I like this.
I don't like it. It's too much. Too much. Who's this guy?
Humanity built the pyramids, all right? By humanity, I mean
This,
not the
this
aliens.
wasn't built by humanity. This was built by interdimensional beings who currently run the world government. Can you please get your facts straight?
all right. And I blame you for bringing us to this basement. Let's go outside the basement. This place is literally a tower of nothing.
You know what? I'm glad we saw this. This is a modern marvel right here. Look how big this place is.
It
I
is a
think it's
modern
really
marvel.
cool. Look down. I think it's. I mean, look, there should be purpose here, and maybe we're just not ready for it because we don't have the quest or something.
Oh, we're not ready for this. The secrets of the temple.
This is beyond us.
Fine. Let's go look at one more room before we leave. I'm kind of curious. This place is pretty badass.
Yeah, it's cool.
The wizard wants to show us his wand, Kappa.
And there's a whole other floor below us. I'm sure that's not that's inaccessible. But
I mean, I don't
Oh
know
no,
if
there's
Remo
enemies.
looked-
There's
yeah.
enemies.
I don't know if Remo
Alright.
looked down, guys.
I did. It
but
looks
this is way
awesome.
bigger than the pyramids of the Great Wall of China. Like this place is.
I
this
did.
place is something else.
Guys, okay, I say these enemies will one-shot us. Who wants to pull? Alright, you hit and run. I'll cast and run, okay?
I don't know if you guys put like distance effects on, which blurs.
We can
stuff
kill
in
him,
the
we can kill him,
video,
guys.
You
but
pull the
it's
whole
blinding.
room, Omar.
Alright.
I got this. I got this.
Remember, if you get weak, though, run.
I don't get weak. I killed him pretty good.
Alright.
it's easy. What are you talking about?
Alright,
You got this
guys, we pulled the Dark Lord! He's the freaking Dark Lord! That's a class in Lineage Eternal, actually. That's where they got it from, guys. Not Lineage. I mean, not Lineage Eternal. What are you talking about?
You get to
Mu
play as that
Legend.
guy.
Mu Legend.
You get to play as that guy. You know.
Guys, I'm scared.
The Dark Lord sucks balls.
Alright.
He's dead. Dark Lord's down.
I was really intimidated by his casting spells, so I guess I should not have been.
I'm getting no XP, like literally no XP.
Let me look.
I've never gotten any XP from. Oh yeah, you're right. 0.0%.
No, it is. We're getting. Are these too high level for us?
Yeah.
I mean, they're going down easy. I don't know. I don't get why they'd be too high level for us.
Well, it's one of those games again
I
where
like four-shot them.
with these buffs they go down really easily. So yeah, these
So
guys.
look
at-
Yeah.
So how is this is like a badly? You're right. This is not a private server. This is a badly run private server.
It's actually the official server. All right, get
I
real.
know.
So this is what the Koreans are enjoying. Yeah, this game is still
Look at my
remains
shield,
relevant.
It's candy.
Look,
There's
we're gonna,
no reason for us to not get experience from this. If we can kill it easily, by the way. Like, I'm not even taking damage. Look, watch.
I don't even have the buffs.
I wonder, do I have any AoE spells? There are so many dudes here, though. Look at this massive
I bet
group.
I can't die here. I bet if I run into them and stand still, I won't die.
Yeah, try it.
All right, go. Watch, guys. Are they even attacking me?
Let's
Look.
let Airhound die. Hold on.
Don't
do it.
even hit them.
Don't help. Oh,
Don't help me.
Remo.
Well, I mean, he's not gonna die anyway.
Look, I got literally the whole room on me.
You need more enemies on you. Come on.
In fact, I'm killing them too fast.
Why don't I? Okay, I've been pressing the goddamn button for the healing potion and it's not working.
Oh,
I
the
just
healing
died
the
again.
healing potion's a heal over time. It's not a. It's
no,
not.
it's literally not working.
You see?
And
Oh,
now
I
I'm
can't
all
use
the way
mine. I'm
back.
full HP. All right. Well,
I do that slowly, but it's
let's
pretty
get out. Let's get
embarrassing.
out. Let's get out of here anyway. Also, you're not dying either because of the buffs. The buffs are insanely strong, guys. Like they literally
This is
quadruple my
absurd.
damage. All right, let's get out of here.
Positive note. I gotta say, I played this for what, like an hour and a half. I had a little, so I have no nostalgia feels for point and click. I like point and click.
Though you do have
I'm
WSD
not saying-
controls too, but point and click is the way to go in this
the
game.
WSD suck.
It does suck.
But I don't hate point and click games. I enjoy them.
All right, so
They have
if
their
we like-
place.
Yeah, let's
so if
be
you
back
like
in
point and
town.
Click, that means next week is definitely Metin 2.
Oh, Metin 2 is
No, we
classic.
missed the anniversary. I don't think we're playing Metin 2.
You guys ready to go to the third floor? Or the? I'm gonna take a look at the third floor, then we'll go back up top because I think there's nothing else here. It looks the same as floor 2, basically. There's another player here though.
I'm going to surface.
All right, let's get out of here.
I had enough the stuffy air down there.
All right, enough stuff here. Fine. Let's go to a place we can actually level up in. You would. Let's go back outside of this area because it's a level 40 zone at the surface. So I think if we kill stuff at the surface, we will gain experience. All right.
I might not. I'm only level 31. Remember, I died. I didn't
Yeah,
get any XP.
We'll find out. Yeah, it's worth. We should mention again too. You level up very quickly. In fact, there's a quest at level 26 that I made on a different character. You complete that quest, you literally gain 5 levels. You give them like 26 to 31. So like the pacing is really like almost lost its stuff. I think when you kill enemies,
Wow.
they haven't changed that too much. But when you actually complete quests, the game is designed to level you up very quickly. These guys do give
I'm getting
experience.
XP.
Because I
Yeah,
found a
good.
Toad Lord.
He's the lord of all the toads. All right.
Hell yeah.
But you know what's cool about this game that I feel like, again, we've seen it now with BDO and Revelation, but it is a persistent open world. Like, look at the distance. We can, like, go from, from here, we can really run around anywhere. That's kind of
Hold
cool,
on.
though.
Look, I'm sure the game itself is good. It's still around. It's still popular. It still makes a lot of money in Korea, at least.
Yeah.
It's known for its PvP, right? I get all that. But the way it's currently managed, I feel like if they just did nothing, the new player experience would be better than this. I feel like they made it worse by trying all this nonsense.
I 100%
You know what I
agree.
think? I think if you want to play Lineage 2, you should play it on a private server.
I think so, too.
Yeah. You know why you should play on private server? Because this is a poorly run private server. the way it's playing right
When I
now.
played this on the private server, your private server, I was playing 4 characters at once. I would have 3 of them follow one, and I was running around killing everything. I had a lot of fun.
I'm
It
killing
was
the
an
Toad
endless
Lord.
grind.
Like, what you
And
guys just saw.
we also don't know what the end game is like nowadays. We have
Yeah.
no idea.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
we're
it's a
talking
lot
shit about
harder.
our first hour and a half of playing.
I'm not critiquing the endgame, but I'm saying, look, I ran into a group of monsters that were so high level to me that I couldn't even get experience from them.
And,
They couldn't kill me.
and you killed them easily. But
Yeah,
yeah,
they couldn't touch
it's
me.
because you have those buffs, Arhan. If you look at those buffs,
I get that, but my point is that those are partly why the new player experience now is untenable. Like, it's worse than nothing if they just did nothing.
all right, let's go back to town. Let's do some let's do some efficient. Are we all on the same? No, we're not. We all have different quests. Actually, never mind.
I actually have no quest right now. Do you know where I would get one?
The place where we logged in at is the place that we last left off, I believe. Anyway, fine. We'll go grind in some more random things.
Also, the PvP is as hardcore as ever, probably.
Yeah, I mean that was always the appeal. When you get to late game, you can do the PvP. But I feel like too many developers kind of forget that sometimes the journey is the destination, and I can't emphasize that enough because I had so much fun playing Lineage 2 on our private server where it was much more slow pace, but every level, every time you kill an enemy, it meant something because you got those SP points. And we're getting 2 SP points for every one of these kills, either 2 or 0, and depending on what you kill. But every time you kill an enemy, you get SP points, and you would level up the skills you actually like. So you can see I have everything maxed out right now again. Like
I've
yeah.
only bothered level 1 attack skill from level 5.
But I like the system. They had a great system. That it was one of the only
yes.
games that did that, where you didn't level up to get skill points. Every kill got a skill point, and if you grinded enough, you could technically learn everything. But now everybody gets everything, rather than just the select people who grinded everything gets everything. It used to be a
We
great
again
system.
don't know that. It could be different once we get to endgame.
Yeah.
You know, I could have sworn this game did have a feature where you could start at a higher level at one point.
Maybe it was an event.
Yeah.
A lot of Korean MMOs do events where they give you high-level characters for free. Like
If there's
Dragon
any
Masters
fans
did
in
that.
the chat, they can maybe shine light on that. But I do some kind of vague memory about that.
Oh my god, guys! Miri has obtained emergency dressing. What does that mean? You got some
You get
rare loot.
Weird wasps. So there's a funny monster here. His name is Weird Wasp.
That is a weird wasp.
Something I like about this game a lot, and you said it before, kind of. It's the sheer scale of things. I love the idea that I'm really tiny and there's all these massive objects in the world. Kind of feels it feels enormous, like too big for one person to comprehend. And I love that feeling.
It has the old school town problem if there's nothing in like big flat areas with nothing in
Yes.
them, and it just looks wrong. It doesn't look right.
I don't mind it, considering its age. I mean, I don't think it would be acceptable today, a more modern game, but
It's like you just have the walls, you have the buildings, and all the area in between is just flat, and everything is square looking, and it's just for some reason it doesn't look right to me.
it's like Nebraska. You ever been in Nebraska? It's
No.
just flat. It's just flat for 6 hours. Flat and nothing. To the
Alright.
gas station from 1942.
Guys, you want to go to the Fortress of Resistance? I feel like that's the play. All right, let's go there. Yay!
I don't even
Where we
know
go?
where the
Click M. Let's fight our way to the Fortress of Resistance.
Fortress. Okay, it's to the right, right?
Yeah.
Fortress of. Oh yeah, I see that.
This game is still is popular. People do play. The server we're on is actually busy. There's 4 servers. We saw lots of people in town, so people still do play Lineage. But I think this is one of those games that, if you don't know, is actually more popular on private servers probably than the public servers. Because it's one of those games that's very easy to emulate and has always been easy to emulate along with Ragnarok. So everyone and their uncle had a Lineage server back in the day, and I'm sure there's still boatloads of them.
Crazy
I
Uncle
think-
Barry.
I think easy to emulate is the wrong word. People created advanced private servers early on is the correct way to phrase that.
I mean, easy to emulate as in like, when anyone can launch a private server with like downloading one exe and clicking on it, it makes it so easy that so many people like ran into it and got their friends into the game, which is why it became so big.
I'll also add the caveat that you're right, probably in the West.
Yes.
I'd probably say in Korea, the Korean population probably makes it overall the official server more popular.
Yeah. The cool core, if you don't get experience from high level enemy, what's the deal? A lot of games actually end up doing that, where if enemy is too high level, you will not gain experience from it, which is really stupid in my opinion. I mean, games should reward defeating challenging enemies, but in this game, yeah.
they do that so like a high level player doesn't bring it down to like 1 health or something, right? For you to farm off of. But
they
in
can-
this
yeah.
case, we literally soloed groups of high level mobs, so it made no sense.
I'm killing these crimson ants. But if you want to level up too, these quests are really awful for leveling. I'm getting 900 experience per, and if you do a quest in town, you literally get like they completely skewed the quest experience to grind experience. You kill and you do a dungeon, you do a quest in town, you get 1,000,000 experience. My last quest was 1,000,000 experience, and I'm getting 1,000 experience per one of these guys. So it's equal to grinding 1,000 of these ants. It's just, you do a quest or you grind 1,000 ants. Like it's obvious which is the fastest way to level up. I'm fighting my way towards you guys.
And again, I think that's because it has a high level cap.
Yes, they do have that, infinite grind later on. And actually, they changed the class system a lot too. But there's a lot of classes in this game, but they do all converge on some like a set number of base classes. There's only like 10 or so late game classes, but until then, there's like over 30 classes. I played a wizard. I actually have 2 characters I made, both around level 30. And you get there like in an hour or so. But my other wizard has literally 1 spell. So depending on what race you pick, and if you pick wizard as well, you have access to different spells right away. So I have I actually had 2 spells on my other character, and this character I have so many. I have like at least 20 spells, which is pretty nuts.
Playing this makes me want to play Ragnarok online a little bit.
Does it really? Why?
Point and click, and I just kind of miss older games. Call it nostalgia purely, but nostalgia can take up an afternoon. Who cares?
Yeah, it definitely can.
And not official. Don't get me wrong. I mean, like, I want to go back to Naruto RO or whatever bullshit there is these days.
Mm-hmm. Look at that booty. We got the booty on our character. But yeah, this actually built on Unreal too, and it's still like I like the fact that you can. It's got the revelation thing where you can go everywhere without zoning. I like that.
Where are we going? I don't think there's any way above this giant mountain.
You just walk. I think I walked over it.
Really?
Look at
You
him.
just have to find the right place.
These guys are actually a little bit higher level, and they give more experience. I think. Nope, they give 0 experience, and they get 1-shotted.
This game is okay. At this point, what we're playing is broken.
It's something else. I'll say that it's something else.
I don't think broken's the right word.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I think I think if we follow just the quest chain like we're supposed to, which is basically just your tutorial quest line.
I mean, we might as well do that then, so people can see.
I'm hopeful that it kind of evens itself out and it stops being this BS. That's my guess. That all this early content, how we've talked about this a lot. I think all this, what we're doing now, all this is basically irrelevant and is essentially scrapped, even though we're here, and this is just meaningless. And what we're supposed to do is follow that quest chain until 40 or so.
I'm going to town, boys. Let's go to town and do the quest chain.
All right. I have to remember where it was though.
I have to go away somewhere else.
You have an item in your inventory that's an escape scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys got that one.
Okay, you have to bring up your daily quest rewards and claim them.
Oh my god.
It's a daily mission.
Mind blown.
It's like it's one of the buttons on the bottom right.
Okay, so
it looks like a scroll with a feather pen.
Kimi-san says now the official Lineage 2 server is very easy to level up, but late game you still need a good guild and friends to really experience the end game content. They made it very noob friendly with the insane fast level gains. But I mean, I think I would argue that actually detracted from the experience. I had a lot of fun playing Lineage back when you had to grind enemies and kind of level up the skills you actually want to level up rather than everything. It was a really cool experience doing that, and like looking forward to your next ability, you rank up, unlocking next spells were like something to look forward to, and now they're not, because it's like who's gonna make it to late game if you have no like desire to make your character stronger?
I have an answer for you.
Go ahead.
If you played Lineage 2 10 years ago or whenever it was that it released, that's why. That's how. Do you really think games like these, right?
Yeah.
I imagine that the number of new players that actually attract is a sliver, and it's always dependent on someone else who's a veteran.
Yeah. They're bringing back old players, or maybe the old players are bringing back one guy with them, like who just wants to play with him.
I mean, don't you think it'd be a waste of time for them to try and like to reform the new player experience And also this way, by making it this streamlined kind of mindless thing, it helps those people who are veterans get to the content they want to see. So I think that's how these games keep thriving. You appeal to the people who have already done it, and you get them to your newest content right away. And for people like us who weren't engaged in the traditional Lineage 2 experience, it's off-putting. But clearly, there are many people who love Lineage 2.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going back to where we were.
I'd actually say it's not particularly off-putting, especially compared to a lot of modern games which do this anyways.
That's true.
It's just what it is now.
Were we in the? We were to the right of the Ruins of Despair, right? When we popped in. I think that's where our quest was. Right, Gumby? Is that where we were?
Yeah.
Or it was Ruins of Agony. Ruins of Agony, not Ruins of Despair. Those are the wrong ruins. Trying to lead me astray.
I do not have a quest there.
Oh, I had one there a while ago. I'm gonna check if it's still there. Maybe let's see if I got it actually. Oh, I did find it. It was actually Ruins of Despair. That's the play. But yeah, this gives me 750,000 experience. That's like almost every storyline quest you do at this point levels you up. So you do level very quickly. I think you can get to probably level 75 or so in like an afternoon of playing, afternoon of grinding. So I am on my way there. Look how legit my mount looks. We all have this silly like toy horse mount.
What? You have a mount?
Yeah, it should be in inventory.
Gumble.
Eat shit, I don't know.
Come get your mount game up, all right? Look how badass my mount looks.
Oh, I do. Oh, you're right.
All right, let's see if Gumby can figure out how to use it. It took me a little bit.
Yeah, there's a very weird mechanism with.
Oh no, it's already weird. I don't like this.
All right, let's see, Gumby. Let's see. Let us know when you do it.
Yeah, let me guess. It's gonna be something stupid. Like now that it's equipped, I have to take out my skill and use it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's part of the way.
Let's see if just make it happen, Gumby. Make it happen.
I like the reason for the horse. It's too hard to animate a real horse, so they give you that thing.
It does look like it's floating. All right. These guards are just chilling over here. If you're asking what server we're playing on, Mr. Russian guy in our chat, we're playing on the official server. It's called Kronos.
It's one of 4 official servers. It's the most populated one, though.
I have to kill aggressive zombie warriors. I am tracking this one. There we go.
I'm trying to find the teleporter in this town of Dion. Any idea where he is?
I'm
already gone.
It's the same. It's pretty easy to find. It's usually that chick.
I'm already back on my quest line.
Yeah, me too now.
Yes.
All right, let's go get. I have to dismount now. And like the weirdest thing is, in order to dismount, you can't just click on your ride mount skill that you use to get on the mount. You have to actually go to your skill menu and use a different skill called dismount. It's a separate skill. It's pretty nuts, actually. All right, these. I have like 3 imps casting spells on me. Let's go one-shot them.
You can say that one out loud. You want to say it out loud? You want to put it on recording forever?
Well, okay, I'm going to speculate that the reason this is still around in the West, because remember guys, Lineage 1 was shut down in the West, even though it's much bigger than Lineage 2 in Korea. This one's around because of the Brazilian player base, I'm going to say. Or the Russians or something.
But do you think it's mainly Brazilians playing? I'm sure there's probably a lot of English speakers. I mean, in town...
These guys can't be in North America.
Why?
Perhaps the less developed regions of North America.
Why? This game was pretty... I mean, look, this game back when it came out, and again, when I played, was hell of a lot of fun. Like, there was no reason not to like it. It was one of the... it was awesome. It was an awesome game. And the grind was, like, not as ridiculous. It became ridiculous. Killing these bugbears.
And if you get to end game, you can get that
Yes.
grind that you love back anyways.
Yeah.
Because it'll go on forever.
Yeah.
So relax.
Yeah, I don't think you can criticize that. I mean, look, even like Dark Age of Camelot, which we recently like played, right? On the private server, it was a lot of fun. If you play on the official server, you'll level up stupidly quick, you know, and like it's not fun. But we can play on the private server, and it was nice and slow, and it was still fun.
I think people are too quick to dismiss games based on the way how fast you level, because the point isn't the leveling experience anyways. A lot of these were built with like you go through this, you learn how to play, you've got your class down, you get to the end game, you're ready for PvP.
But I feel
That's how
like
they were built.
but the grind, the process of leveling and getting stronger is so fundamental in games. I feel like it has to be like.
It's not really though. That's just meaning that people assign to it.
But that's the fun I have in any MMORPG. It's
Yeah,
like,
but that's something you assign to
Yes.
it, not the purpose.
I mean,
But what I'm saying,
yeah. Go ahead.
but what I'm saying is it's not fair to dismiss the game based on
No, I
your
agree.
level, just because you
yeah.
assign a certain meaning to grind.
Personally, some of my most fun experience, like the reason I like getting stronger in MMOs is, I encounter a challenge I can't defeat. And then I try learning my class. I find out how I can optimize my skills. Maybe get some new gear. The getting stronger process of like, it has to be useful. Like getting stronger now, until I get to max gear. Like this game is truly at a point where the game doesn't begin until you get to max level, and that's unfortunate because games can be fun getting to max level. I mean, even like people always say in WoW, and like most MMORPGs, it's not fun till max level. The most fun I had in WoW was leveling up, even in vanilla WoW from 1 to 60. Like,
It's true. The vanilla leveling is the most fun part.
and in Dark Age of Camelot, I have several max level characters in there back in the day. Getting and leveling was the fun part, not those endgame dungeons for me. So it could be a me issue too, right? I mean, I addressed that. It's probably a me issue. But the leveling in games and the process of getting stronger and unlocking new skills, looking forward to new skills and new items, like that's the fun. IMO.
So what you're saying is, it's not you, it's
Yeah.
me.
I mean, it's fair to say you can have
Lineage
fun
2, it's not
leveling
you,
WoW.
it's me. I want to defend grinding.
Mhm.
I like grinding in certain circumstances. I do. If I didn't, there's no way I'd play survival games. The survival games are just grinding resources.
They literally are just grind. Survival games are just grind.
But grinding can be cathartic. It has
Yeah.
it's a zen. It's like it's a repetitive task. It's kind of mindless, but you tend to zone out. And I like it when it's done right.
Mhm.
Hey, Black Desert is a mindless grind too. You go to one area, you kill them all, go to the next one, and it goes well.
Yeah, if it's
There's
done
other
right,
things
it's
to
fun.
do to break it up.
Do you know why I grinded in Black Desert? Not because it's fun, because I wanted to PvP.
Oh, I grind because it's fun. I like the grind. I'm a grinder. I'm built to grind.
I mean, I accept that a lot of people probably just hold their nose and get to
Sure.
the next level, you know? But in some games, that is like the most fun for me. The process.
Oh, some beautiful lens flare in this game, guys. Check it out if you're outside.
I think I might have mine turned off. Can't see. Oh, no, I see
like
it, right.
the distance blur in this game. I know most people don't like distance blur, but after I put it on, I think it does make the game look a little better.
Grinding is meditative. I agree. You can find Zen in grind, alright?
Zen in the Art of Grinding. New
Go-
book coming out on Amazon, self-published very soon.
No, they should make prisoners grind in MMORPGs to find Zen, alright? It will lower their aggression, alright? Playing MapleStory lowers aggression, alright?
The
Thoughts?
only game prisoners would play is Scarlet Blade. And that one's not around anymore. We gotta bring it back for the prisoners. That's a good shit post for April Fools. Bring back Scarlet Blade for prison.
Mm-hmm.
There already is a Scarlet Blade private server.
Boom.
Oh, let's play Scarlet Blade.
I bet they give everybody the free option to take off all your clothes.
I must have.
That was like, it was so weird because if somebody else paid for that option to Scarlet Blade, and they could take off like their underwear, you could see it as well. So like, you didn't have to do it. You just wait till somebody else does it, and you can go whack off to them, you know?
Got this whole internet thing here, but I'm gonna stick around and wait in town in Scarlet Blade.
God, it's a part of like the thrill, alright? It's a little more like, it's too like, porn sites
You're
make
right,
it too
it is
easy.
part of the thrill. Yeah,
Having it handed to you on a silver platter is no fun, alright?
too easy.
Yeah. Which is why people like so many people like nag people in chat rooms and even in games and send them pictures, right? You could just get nude girls of like people on the internet, but no, it's the thrill of the hunt, alright?
That's what AOL chat rooms were about. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I understand.
There you go.
Wow, this is one of the creepiest conversations I've been a part of in a long time.
Matt,
Never.
Matt.
Are you too young for those AOL chat rooms? You don't remember those
Oh.
days?
I intentionally avoided those because I went in there once and I was like, fuck no.
It's one of the funniest things in the early internet experience.
Thrill the hunt, all right?
Why is original Lineage so popular in Korea? But we've talked about this quite a bit. Anyone want to summarize their thoughts on why Lineage 1?
Okay, really
ahead.
simple. It has one of the best PvP experiences. If you look at the videos, you don't get that scale of like PvP stages in a lot of games.
Yeah, they can fit like so many people on the screen. It's pretty nuts.
It's just, it still is one of the better PvP experiences.
And also, I think games as a whole always have that like social, that network effect, which is why WoW is still huge too. Like if a game is big, like it brings in more people only because people get their friends in the game and whatnot. And being a good game obviously helps a lot too. And that PvP experience late game that people grew up playing, they kind of get all their friends into it, and it just kind of feeds on itself. You know, you have that social network effect for these giant games, which is why WoW is going to be big for like forever, and League is going to be big forever. Even if there's a game with better gameplay, you know, you need a lot more better gameplay to beat, you know, the established giants.
I've been waiting to see. I'm curious to see if Lineage M, which looks almost exactly like Lineage on mobile, but with an auto button, so it's basically what Tree of Savior mobile is to Tree of Savior to Lineage. I've been wondering if it's going to be taking away a lot of Lineage's audience.
I'm curious too.
Especially since it's probably going to be free to play, and it costs $30 a month. Korea.
That's
the
nuts.
original.
$30 a month.
But the Lineage M is probably going to be free to play, so I mean, I'm wondering if it's going to take away from its audience.
One of the analysts actually posed that exact question to the Lineage executives at their earnings call, and they said, we expect a net positive, but we don't know yet. Which is a non-answer, but you know, that's their estimate.
Which is, they think they're going to make more money, but they don't know if it's going to kill Lineage in the process.
I mean, it's pretty, you know, still pretty ballsy to make that, considering like you don't want to mess with your cash cow. I mean, Lineage makes hundreds of millions of dollars a year still.
I have no quest.
I think Lineage 2
You have
is
to go back to your
more
quest
danger
giver.
than 1 with
Yeah, I don't know who it was.
Lineage Eternal.
I didn't say Lineage Eternal.
Lineage M is going to be the exact remake of Lineage 1, basically. That's
Is
why.
it?
Yes. Lineage M,
But on
not Lineage
mobile.
Eternal. Lineage M.
On mobile though, right?
Yes. So Lineage 2 still makes more money than Aeon and Guild Wars 2, by the way. So it's actually, after Blade and Soul, it's their next biggest franchise, it looks like. Which is pretty nuts. You know, you got Lineage, then Blade and Soul, then you got Lineage 2. And Lineage 2 is 20 billion Korean wons, which is how much money? Let's find out. About $20 million. Right, Lineage 2 makes about $20 million every 3 months, which is a good chunk of change. Which actually, put that in context, Nexon's earnings came out recently, and I put up the news article. So Lineage 2 alone makes more money more money than all of Nexon's games in America. Is that pretty nuts?
Well, that's Lineage 2 worldwide.
Yes, Lineage 2 worldwide revenues every quarter is more than Nexon America's full revenue for all their games in America.
I'm still convinced. You know, these games, you know, whether it's Nexon or NCSoft, their North American and European divisions or whatever are non-entities. Like they're not even rounding.
No, I bet you they make NCSoft makes money in America because of Blade and
but it's a
Soul
rounding
and
error for their global revenue.
Yeah, it's not as much, you know. There's no doubt.
Remo, are you right next to guard left?
No, I'm trying to kill a few more of these zombie warriors, and I got lost there.
I don't know where this guard is.
I think so. I imagine that's, you know, why a lot of people probably, you know, like, couldn't get the late game again in vanilla WoW. It does take a long time, and obviously we don't have as much time as we used to when we were younger.
I think I'm gonna go back and go casual about it.
Be a filthy casual?
Yeah. Just getting ganked is can be demotivating.
Actually, I'm gonna find out how much NCSoft makes in America. It was in their earnings thing. I'm curious now. They break down their revenues by region too, and I bet theirs is more significant than Nexon America. Only because they have Guild Wars as well and Blade and Soul. Those games are doing pretty well. Why is everything aggroing me? Literally everything. These bugbears. When these buffs wear out, though, you kind of have to go back and regrind them, re-get them. Otherwise, it makes it a lot slower. Let me get on my mount.
I've just been walking around this whole time. I can't find a quest giver.
I found my quest giver.
I don't know what's going on.
Click quest. Your shortcut for quest. Do you have any quests right now?
Nope.
Oh, I got my quest beforehand, so I knew exactly where I had to go.
No, I know what you're talking about. I've had to Google. This is the second time I've had to do it. Google where the quest giver I'm supposed to be at is. Because the game just stopped giving me direction as to what I'm supposed to do. But what's funny is some of the mobs are still marked quest mobs, but I don't actually have that quest. I don't know what's going on there. And that happened to me in the last Ruins too, so I don't know if that's just an oversight.
No, but that's always the thing with these games when you're so reliant on the questing that if you don't have it, if you get lost with where it is, like you have to do the quest. There's like no other.
Well, that means I don't have any quests. That's the problem. I just Googled where I'm supposed to be at based on the quest line on Lineage 2 wiki.
All right, and US and Europe, they made $155 million for NCSoft revenue in 2016. That's not bad. 155 million.
What's the total revenue?
Total revenue is like 700 million. It's not a rounding error at that point. It's more than 10%. It's something, you know. It's a little something.
What about
something.
Nexon? What about Nexon?
Nexon was only 5% in US.
5% US or 5% US in Europe?
No, 5% US, and then US and Europe is probably like 7%.
Ooh, 7%. That's a rounding error.
I think 5% is a cutoff.
I always round to the nearest 100%. It's either 0 or 100.
I think Erhan uses the term rounding error way too much.
Pretty loosely. He's fast and loose.
Depends on the significant figures. You know, how many significant figures you want to go
Erhan, your speech, if it were put into text and made an article, would not pass Sean's "don't use this word too many times" like requirement.
Wow.
Yeah, don't do that.
Gummy's a tyrant.
Whoa, hold up. We have requirements? What is this?
We have editorial standards.
Erhan, you write so little you don't even know about them.
Erhan, you're supposed to say we have requirements about like MMORPG.com and 2P. You're not supposed to say about us.
We have the highest editorial standards, all right? I think we have at least 3 Pulitzer winner writers on the MMOs.com staff.
And 1 journalist. Matt.
I consider myself, but quick round call. Do you consider yourself a journalist, Gumby? Yes or no?
No, I say it all the time. No.
I say yes.
I say it because it's the easiest thing to say, but I wouldn't consider myself a journalist unless I had the degree.
I don't think it's a degree that makes.
There's no
licensing for journalism.
What is it, Aaron?
There is no licensing rule for journalism.
Matt, it's not the degree you need, it's the bureaucratic license that makes you a journalist, which doesn't exist.
There's no license. What are you talking? Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah.
Like a doctor needs a license to be
No,
done.
that's what I'm saying.
This is what Aaron's saying. If you never fish a day in your life, but you go and get your fisher's license, you're now a fisherman. You got the license. You don't actually need to practice the thing you got a license for. You just need that license.
Actually, if I was actually hiring a journalist, the degree would be a detriment. Because then they expect pay.
You have to unteach them. You gotta
not that.
unteach
They'll
AP
expect
stuff.
money. They have expectations of like what they're supposed to be paid.
There you go.
I think I know plenty of journalists, and they don't have any expectation of pay. They know there's nothing.
Bring them my way. I'll pay them $1 an hour.
We'll take all your hungry journalists $1 an hour. MMOs.com slave
I wish
wages.
I were being paid $1 an hour.
Instead of this ramen shit they mail me, it's open. The package is open.
Stop putting these ideas into their heads, John, if they're getting paid, all right? They can't have these ideas in their heads. Get it out.
I've been an intern for years.
I'm gonna pay you in Lineage 2 Adena. All right, I got 100 so far.
Oh, is that? I'm impressed you even know what it's called. I didn't know that.
I knew that.
So for those of you out there, what Erhan is saying, as long as you don't expect any pay and Sean doesn't have any rules against you that he can use to not publish your stuff, you can get hired.
Boom.
As an intern.
Bring the coffee.
We could have an intern. Who wants to be our intern?
All right, you guys want to play?
Mary needs a personal assistant.
You actually work.
Yeah, I have a game we can play, guys. While we're questing anyway, all
I'm
right?
just walking around.
While we're questing, Erhan, Matt, and all of us, all right? We're gonna take turns naming currencies in MMOs. All right, you have to name the currency and what MMO it's from, and we go in a circle. If you can't name one, you lose.
Let me start because I'm gonna lose in the second round.
Fine. Go ahead, Gumby.
Gil, Final Fantasy.
All right, Matt, your turn.
Wait, I have to name the game and
Yes.
the currency?
Yes.
I thought you guys had to name it. Oh, Argent from Link Realm.
Okay, Erhan?
Gold. Wow.
All right, gold is
I was
mine.
gonna use that one.
All right, Adena, Lineage 2.
I can't believe you didn't take it. Mesos, Maple Story.
All right. Matt's turn.
Fuck, I forgot.
Don't look at chat. Don't look at chat if they're helping.
No, I was gonna go with Ragnarok, and I forgot.
I know what it is.
Oh, you shouldn't have said that because now I know it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm
right.
derping.
Okay, my turn, Zenny.
All right, I got Zenny from Ragnarok. All right, my turn now. Holy shit. I'm gonna get this.
I just froze. I was like, wait, what the fuck? I had it in my
Black
head.
Desert Online, silver. Boom, go.
Oh,
Because we had gold. There's gotta be silver, and then I'm like, wait, what is silver? Oh, there you go. Black Desert.
that's right. Black Desert does have silver.
It's you,
Well,
Gumby.
you know, Argent just means silver in Spanish.
And my quest over here.
Am I tapping out? I'm trying to think of anything, but
We give it a little time. Don't worry. I don't have any backups
Oh
right
God,
now.
I have a good one. I have
There's
a good
so
one.
many.
It's a joke, but I have a good one.
yeah, I'm sure there's a lot. It's all obvious, and I just can't think of them.
All right, so I'm out, and this is a joke, anyways. But here, I got it. Real money in Entropia universe.
There you go.
Oh my god.
All right, go. I mean, it's
turn?
Sean.
Go.
No, I'll tap out. Go ahead.
All right,
Give me
Isk,
some.
Eve.
All right, Lyndon.
Oh, that was stupid obvious.
Thanks, Matt. Linden Dollars from Second Life. You reminded me that Second Life was a thing.
How?
Look at this quest, guys. 1.8 million experience. The
Okay,
shitty
credits,
thing,
Star Wars Galaxies.
the things we were grinding outside town were giving me 1K experience, but this quest gives 1.8 million experience. The pacing is so off. All right, let me think of one too. Star Wars Galaxy. All right, can I say diamonds from Neverwinter? It's not the premium currency.
That's
Diamonds
the premium currency,
no, it's
right?
not. It's not. You get diamonds in game for free if you do all the crafting stuff and you get requests. The premium currency was called.
I don't know if I like this.
Whoa!
No, because
No, in fact, it was the only currency.
Can I say like Argentine tokens or whatever?
No, that's not the same thing.
Why?
Because
Why?
literally the gold you got in Neverwinter was garbage. It was like literally garbage. It didn't do anything. You had to get diamonds from doing the crafting stuff. It was not
crafting
premium
stuff?
currency.
No, if it's crafting, it's a reagent, not a currency.
Hold on, chat, back me up. Diamonds.
don't
if I-
look the chat. Don't look
If you get it from just crafting, okay, it's a reagent, or if it's related.
No,
to
no,
crafting,
no. It's not.
a
Questing gives it
currency.
to you too.
It's a quest reward.
Yeah, so is currency.
All right, here. When you go to the useless NPC in town, they sell you like flanks of steak or whatever, the useless shit. Well, what is it priced in?
The shit currency then. That's why it's useless.
Okay, gold. Yeah. Well, that's like in Diablo
Alright,
2.
alright,
The currency
fine.
was actually Stones of Jordan, but it was actually
No,
it was gold. You know.
Fine. Hold on. Let me. I'm almost. That's still a good one, but let's see.
I mean, people in chat agree with you, but I don't think they will. I think it's pretty silly to count that stuff.
I'm already level 38. What happened?
Holy crap, Matt! What just happened? You just jumped. I'm 36. You passed me. Am I going for this quest? Town of Gludia received the message. Go to guard Fred in the entrance of the wasteland. Where is guard Fred?
Has any game ever used a currency called chips?
Probably.
Poker chips? I think, was Fallout New Vegas like that? That's not an MMO or anything, but...
I never played it.
What does Elder Scrolls Online use? Just gold?
Gold, I think. Yeah.
Isn't it in Fallout 3? Isn't it like bottle caps or something?
Yeah, I think in Fallout 3 and 4.
How could that even work?
Everyone bottle caps. I don't know.
There's really like bottle caps. All right.
Listen, at least bottle caps have a, there's a fine limit to the number of them in circulation. You're not going to get any more bottle caps.
God forbid someone makes some fake bottle caps.
Yeah, I don't have any more right now. Diamonds are still good.
I mean, that's opens a can of worms.
No, it doesn't. There's no other example like that. Hold on.
There it is.
There's
Contest
Skyforge.
ended. Airham wins.
Hold on.
That's it.
Hold on. I'm gonna get the City of Heroes one. It was, what was it called? Like Marriage or something? Hold on.
IOUs.
Maybe suspicious fragments is what I need.
How suspicious are these fragments?
Cool core. You get diamonds from. You used to get diamonds from those crafting things too. The tasks, whatever they're called. What up, Extract?
This is fun. We Lineage 2 is so mindless for where we're at. And we add that in for
Alright.
you commentators for where we're at that we had a contest about currency in games, which is pretty good.
Name one more and I'll give it to you.
Name one more and you'll give it to me.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah. Otherwise, you gotta win with one extra. You know. There's so many like obscure ones too, probably that we're forgetting.
You know what's the worst invention of all time? Asynchronous PvP.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
Okay,
of that.
I'll say yuan.
Come on.
What? In
China, that's literally the currency of China.
No. In I gotta think it's Signs of Fate.
What's that called, yuan?
It's not? Alright, that was my guess.
You lose too.
It's not even a Chinese game. Why would it be yuan?
I think it's set in China, guys.
No, it's called gold in Sands of Fate.
Fuck.
Is it set in China?
I don't know.
I thought it was just Chinese inspired.
I would consider Lineage to I would consider it a classic, Extract. Anything before WoW is a classic, alright, in my mind. WoW made the genre uber mainstream.
This is before. Wow.
Yeah, I know. Everything before WoW is a classic, I said.
You just said you wouldn't consider
I
it
would,
a classic, but
I
this
would.
is before WoW.
No, he said he would.
I said I would.
Oh, I thought you said wouldn't.
But you can't count everything after WoW a classic. It makes no sense. It means every new game is a classic.
It's an instant class.
Laurels and Guild Wars. I thought Guild Wars just used gold, didn't it? I thought Platinum from EverQuest, but that's not really fair because you have gold as well. Platinum was like the max end currency, but it was
If we did it on a game by game basis, we would have sat here and said gold, gold, gold.
yeah.
You know what's funny? Every time I hear the name Tibia, the first thing I think is, isn't that a leg bone or something?
That's true.
It is, yeah. I'm gonna kill Sahara here.
Well, Lineage 3 is in the works. Extract, so
Lineage Eternal, not Lineage 3, huh?
It's a hero collector. Come on.
Lineage Eternal will be coming out in 2017 though, in Korea. That's the goal. By the end of the year for sure.
Hey, we got a Lineage private server player. Good for you, sir. That's definitely the way to play. Play on a private server. You shouldn't advocate players private servers.
Extract. Yeah, Lineage Eternal does not seem to be like open world and stuff like Lineage 2. It just seemed a bit more like Mu Legend, Diablo 3, like those style games. But I'm still looking forward to trying it.
I think we need to stop and take a minute to ask Sean if he's okay. He just made up, argued with, and insulted a made-up person.
What?
Listen, I know
A
what they're
theoretical
thinking.
person.
I know what they think.
he's got multiple personalities.
I like Black Star's comment. You knew it's pirate servers. I'm sorry, that's right. They're not private servers, they're pirate servers. That's what we all say.
I
No,
like.
you gotta argue
yeah.
with yourself.
This is one of those games where you have so many skills, but you only have to use one of them. Like I'm only using Wind Strike, but I have so many other spells. I'm all about that no pants gaming, by the way.
That's a good community name.
No pants
Like,
gaming.
for No Pants Gaming. Oh, I heard No Pants Gaming is gonna get a guild and Lawbreakers,
Okay.
dude.
Blackstar, you're saying that about Eudemons, but Eudemons is literally carrying NetDragon right now
Edmonds?
on its own.
Is it really?
It's not.
It's actually
Yeah.
enemies.
It's actually more popular than Conquer.
I thought Conquer was way bigger. Odd. You know what? NetDragon's actually publicly traded. I'm actually curious what else they got going on.
Well, they canceled their Disney MMO. I know that much. Oh, I died again. I got scrambled.
All right, guys.
8 things, and my buffs got.
We got a guessing game. Guess how much money NetDragon made in revenue this last quarter, all right? In US dollars.
600 million yuan. No, I'm kidding.
Take a guess.
I'd $500 million. That's what I'd say.
All right?
For the year or the quarter?
Just a quarter. Remember,
100
Matt,
million.
all of NCSoft only
quarter.
made...
Oh, quarter.
NCSoft only made $600 million a year.
I thought you said year.
700 or something. Yeah.
Okay, so quarter, 155 million.
100.
Got me?
75.
All right. Matt, if you stuck with the RMB 600 million, you would have been correct because it's 690 million RMB. But which
Wait,
translates...
are you serious?
Yeah, you are on point, Matt. You're fucking on point. No, but it's 100 million anyway, so...
100 million, baby.
100 million is correct. It represents... They actually more than doubled their revenue from last year. Let's see why.
Probably a mobile game.
Deals with the devil.
I think Udamon's.
We'll find out if they break it down.
I'll say a mobile game.
Yeah, Edmonds actually is still huge for them. They mentioned it like right away.
Told you.
It's Caliber of Spirit and Edmonds PC Pocket versions. Those two games, the solid performance mainly attributed the broad-based revenue growth of Caliber of Spirit and Edmonds. You demons. They don't break it down though by anything beyond that. You mentioned Tiger Knight too, but they don't break down the revenue the way NCSoft does. Pretty nuts.
Right, they did Tiger Knight. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Tiger Knight like exploded.
Yeah.
And it's janky as hell. I don't know how it exploded, but good for them.
one of the Steam features should be just janky. Janky as hell.
A tag.
Some people like the janky, alright?
Well, I mean, it played fine. It
Yeah.
just all the animations, the movement, it was janky. The actual mechanics were fine.
It's also one of those games where when you kill an enemy for a quest, right, you don't always get the quest loot, right? So, pretty silly. But like, I'm killing these monsters, I only get the loot sometimes.
So I just want to reiterate, the moment you lose your buffs, if anything swarms you, you die.
Yes.
Well, I lost my
Basically.
buffs. I don't get my buffs
This-
then.
That's a lot like what the first Lineage is like right now, because I played it, they give you like a 24-hour free trial first time you play it. And for the first hour, you just grind, and whenever you get to a certain level, you just hit a button and it teleports you to a new grind zone. And then your buff runs out, like your super buff that gives you shiny armor and a shiny sword or whatever weapon your class uses. And as soon as that happens, you just die. Like, you can't kill anything. You have no gear because you've been grinding this whole time, and you're like 10 levels out of your range, and you have no buff anymore.
Rip. Yo, it's still... this quest is so weird. I only have 4 out of 20 suspicious fragments, but I've killed so many Saharas, whatever they're called. Do you guys recommend playing Lineage to new people?
No.
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 I think it's way in line with what the modern audience plays already, so I might.
Really?
Yeah.
If you have a friend that plays Lineage and he brings you along, yes. It's a game that I don't think... If you launch this game by yourself, as is on the official servers, I don't think you're going to have fun.
If
I
I
think that could
recommended
be said
this,
about a lot more games than you realize.
if I recommended this to people I know, do you know what they would say to me?
What?
Fuck you. That's
Wow.
what they would say. They don't want to play this.
To be fair, most of them would say that's solely based on its age, because I have people in my life who do
No,
that.
they would say it, Matt, because of point and click. That's it, right then and there. I think Lineage 2, if you didn't play games like this already, I mean, I couldn't recommend this to somebody who never played a game mechanically like this. It's just, it's too...
That's
I think
basically
we're all kind of
mobile games.
complaining about the controls and... it feels off. Also, I want to jump. Why can't I jump? Who tried to jump when they first started?
I always try
I
to
always
jump.
try to jump.
I need to get out of the party.
Wow. This party's too rad for you?
Man, don't leave our party, come on.
No, I got a quest. I had to leave a party to go to. I mean, you guys do realize that most mobile MMOs are clicking how you tap.
No, I know,
for
but
these
remember,
MMOs.
it's a different... The medium is the message. And on PC, I
Oh,
just think
wow,
it doesn't
dude.
translate well.
I just think you guys are being a little, I'm looking at this logically, and I think that I could recommend this to people.
Really?
No,
Can you
Yes.
try?
The base, but you recommend to people who have never played it before. If people have played it before, you can replay it for nostalgia, and you'll probably appreciate the fact that it's faster, so you can get to your nostalgia faster. But I think new
I
players.
I think I could recommend this to new players.
Yeah, could we give you a test then? Could you try?
You want me to go across the internet?
Find someone who's never played.
I want you to try and get one person who has never played Lineage 2 and doesn't really know what it's about to play this game and not hate it right away.
I have a good potential bit. What did Kat think about the game? I didn't ask her.
That's true.
She thought it was moderately entertaining.
All right. But is it a game she would ever like go back to? You know, beyond that one like session we played in.
I don't think she did. I don't think she played enough.
But,
I mean, and the other thing about Kat's a tough judge because when she really likes something, she like dives hardcore into it. So it's either love it or hate it a lot of times. So.
Actually, that's fair. I mean, if you play Lineage 2, I mean, you're gonna love it to death. I mean, I still have fond memories of when I played the game back in the day, and I had fun with the leveling process. But now you just get to the end game and you can still enjoy the late game content. I mean, it's been pointed out to us already many times. The late game stuff is all still there and it's still challenging. It's just that the early game content has been made really easy. If you grew up playing Lineage, you'll still enjoy it, and you know the faster paced leveling is actually definitely a bonus just to get to the other content faster.
All these ogres are gonna kill me because I have no buffs.
You need the buffs, dude. You need them. So I'm 9 out of 10 now, and I've killed so many enemies.
But I mean, just to reiterate, this is a lot like what I've played a lot on mobile. Just, I know it's gonna have deeper mechanics than the mobile games once I get to somewhere. Just right now, this exactly right now is very indicative of like the same kind of mobile experience. So, and I mean, the graphics aren't exactly much worse than.
No, the graphics aren't bad. Like the graphics are pretty good actually.
So I mean, especially in the MMO genre, there are a lot of MMOs that are just on mobile that look worse than games that came out in this era. So I think you could easily successfully recommend this one. I think people have lower standards overall than like
I think the issue
hardcore
is
MMO audience does.
the issue is okay. If this was like the only game like this available, right? The only MMORPG, I would recommend it because it works, functions. But the problem is every new free-to-play game, it's all relative. So would you recommend this over all the other free games available today? Because that's what you're comparing.
Over let's say like Rise of Icarus. Would you recommend this to a new player?
Guild Wars 2. There's so many things.
No, let's keep it Korean. All right, Rise of Icarus or this.
I think Riders of Icarus is a completely different game. I mean, Riders of Icarus, I would recommend to people that like Pokemon, and the reason is because you just go around and catch a bunch of shit. I wouldn't recommend it to people for this.
I would. It's the same fantasy grind MMORPG. What do you know?
Pokemon's like an extra added element to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's who I'd recommend it to get them into MMOs. I mean, I wouldn't recommend Riders of Icarus just like the average MMO player.
All right, you have an average MMO player. You have either this or you have this and you have Lineage.
I'd recommend this, and that's because
all right.
You have endless progression, which like you're never gonna feel like you have to stop at some point and like your progression stops and there's nothing left to do. You have endless progression.
If you get there though, if you get to the end, you'll have fun.
And it still does have like a huge amount of like PvP stuff, and the PvP stuff has been lauded for years.
But again, this all requires they get to the end. I don't think the average player will get to end game of this just because out of sheer
The average player
oldness.
doesn't get to the end game of any game. That's not a fair argument in any case.
No, but you can look at a percentage of new players that will get to end game, like as a good metric. I think people don't stick around. Like look at the retention rates.
Metrics though.
No, we don't. But if you look at retention rates, we can say stuff like WoW has pretty decent retention rates. You know,
I don't think WoW has good retention rates at all.
More
WoW
so.
just has that. No, it doesn't have good retention rates. It's just completely like they had such a big amount of people that tried it.
Yes.
That the retention rate is the same, but they have more people that stayed because it's exactly the same with a higher number. It's not the same.
I think I personally, if a new player, let's say who's never played, like somewhat new to the genre, like an MMO player who's played relatively recent games, you give him this game, he'll alt F4 within 10 minutes. Is my assessment, personal assessment.
If you start someone off with Black Desert,
okay,
and then you put them in this, of course they're gonna alt F4.
Well, yeah,
but that's what I'm talking about.
But that's what we're talking about. People who grew up like just an average MMO player who plays like new games today.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. The average MMO player is on mobile, and I think that the average MMO player that you put on mobile will be easily transferred onto this.
No,
That's
you
what
won't.
I'm saying.
Mobile gamers are not going to want to. I don't know. Maybe we're on different wavelengths on this one.
I'd rather play WoW with my monitor off than play this.
No,
You also say the most insulting thing possible about everything, so I'm just going to disregard that.
No, I think if you've played Lineage back in the day and you want to I mean, look, I think if you get to end game, you're going to have the challenging content, the PvP, and what draws people to the game. I mean, people do play this game, and there's a lot of people that play this game, as we saw in town. I just think a lot of those people are the same people that played 10 years ago are playing today.
It's what I see. Alright? I think you guys are very quick to judge things based on, like, age and how much they've changed.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying I don't think it appeals to new players. Just like I don't think like some of my favorite games at all I would ever recommend because they're old and they don't appeal to new players.
I have an idea. Why don't we duel? Is there a duel in this game? I want to duel someone.
I think there is duels.
I'm nowhere near you guys anymore. Remember my quest?
I'm still doing this quest.
Fucking hell. Every now and then you get quote-unquote stuck on things, and you hit the button to attack things, and it won't move you. It'll just leave you, like, quote-unquote stuck on the thing that you're barely clipping with your foot. The pathfinding just breaks entirely.
Alright, that's actually just a good moment to cut it off of YouTube. We're already over an hour, but we'll keep it going. And I do want to duel you if I can find you, Erhan, after this.
Alright, I'm in town of Glulio.
Any departing thoughts for Lineage 2, guys?
I've put in the same camp as Lineage 1, Ultima Online, except Dark Age of Camelot. If you played it back in the day, you'll get nostalgia value. No new player will get into this.
It's more approachable.
That is also unfair because I can tell you definitively that I went on the Korean server of Lineage, and on one of like 40 servers, there were definitely new players all over the place.
Well, in Korea, because of the network effect.
I'm just saying, you said no one would be able to get into it.
Well, come on. Alright. Outside Korea, where it's like a cultural phenomenon. You know, like it's kind of like MySpace, Facebook at this point in Korea of gamers.
It is a cultural phenomenon in Korea. This game is ginormous. It's got the most cachet, probably out of any.
And even there, a new character doesn't mean new player. You know, I don't know.
All right, Gumby, what are your thoughts?
Now you're just reaching.
No, that's a fair statement too. Not always, new player doesn't always mean new character. But anyway, Gumby, what do you think?
If you played Lineage 2 in the past, I think you're more likely to find the experience you're looking for on probably a private server, unless you were straight up all about PvP. But I mean, I think I agree with Erhan and Omer's sentiment here. I don't know if this is compared to the overall library of games for the modern player looking for something new. I wouldn't put this one out there, but it definitely, to me, it harkens back to something older, and I do find something charming in Lineage 2, but not something to recommend on a mass scale, though.
And there's always something charming about just, I think a lot of MMO hoppers will give the game a try, but I don't know if they'll stick around. Just because, I sometimes enjoy playing, like, a random MMORPG, whether it's, like, Luna Online or something obscure, right? And just playing till I get bored. And, like, sometimes that's level 20, sometimes level 10, sometimes level 30. It's rarely max level, but, like, it's still fun to, like, just try these games and pick a class and see how it is. I think it will attract some of those people, but beyond that, I think it's just people who played in the past will still love it. And it'll probably still be around for a long time. I don't think the game's going to be like going anywhere for a long, long time. But yeah, that's Lineage 2. Later for YouTube, guys.
Peace.
Yep. See ya.
I gotta find the button. There we go.